Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hey, DJ, Ruby, how are you, Ruby? ADV sister, hello. Hey, Bruce, hello. There you are. Yeah, Brett. Okay. Southern Van Life. Hello, hello. Jack Turtle. Still blue. Yes, it's still blue. You're the only one that showed up. Blue. Oh, Sharon, Florida. Jonna Jackson. Yes, I am excited. Hola, Jeffy. Yes. Martina. Craig. Hey. Carolyn from Pennsylvania. I just got back from New York State. Yeehaw. Sue Bishop. Hello, Sue. Anu. Hello. Georgia. Never been, but I do like the accent. Kim Jones. Hello. I'm back in satellite range or whatever range I am with the phone. Trina. Hello. Let me see. Stuttgart? Der Schwab. From, whoa, that's cool. Susie from Ohio. Yeah. Uh, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Oh, Michael. All right. Germany. Yes. Thank you. Der Schwab. I thought that's what it was, but yeah, my brain's a little bit rusty today. Well, we made it back, safe and sound. So, yes, I'm getting a lot of Europeans. As long as I don't get European on my leg, that'll be fine. I don't know if that was a bad joke. I'm sorry. I'm a little excited and everything else. Oh, Sherry Miller. I'll get back to that in a minute, Kim. Sherry Miller. Hi, Jeffy. Was just watching a video from Chrome and you came on. Love your live videos. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Uh, Tony Hill, hello. I'm doing okay. We just got back from camping. My friend, he's in here. Brent, BP. Yeah, we just got back from a place called John Dillon Park. Anyways, it was geared. Karen from Missouri. It's in New York State, and it was geared. I'm going to get more information when I do my a video. You'll have all that stuff down. But yeah, it was geared for people in wheelchairs and stuff, and we'll go into the whole story. Um, and it was really cool. It was. I'm glad my friend Brant found it. Um, and I'm glad that yeah, we went really really good. Uh, Angie Moses from West Virginia, I believe. I hope so. Guy and Dolt. Guy and Dolt. Not sure how to pronounce that. Uh, and Hi, Kev. Good to see you. Yeah, it's a really nice place. Um, oh man, they geared to everything. It's just beautiful. So, anybody out there that's, I'll talk a little bit more about that on my when I put up the video with pictures and everything. But anybody that's in a wheelchair, uh, I don't know everybody on here. I know some of you are in a wheelchair. Some of you is like, but if you travel and you're near New York State, uh, yeah, that's a place like if you're not sure if this is what you want to do, if you want to go camping, there is a place that is geared for you, and that's John Dillon Park. If you can't wait for my video, look it up. It's really, really good. Well, let me see. Ruby, Jeffy, how are you doing? Saw you got the van. How's it going? Well, this is a long weekend for us here on this side of the world. So tomorrow's a holiday. So, and I had this plan with my friend BP Brent. I had this plan to go camping. So we went camping on Friday, Saturday, and then we came back today, Sunday. Uh, so tomorrow everything is closed. So I can't do any more in the van until Tuesday. So basically, what I did was enough with the van until I come back on Tuesday. So I tried not to think about the van, but we did anyways. We talked about it. Try not to think about the van. However, bouncing ideas off of each other and stuff like that. And I mean, I haven't done nothing yet, but yeah. But I do know one thing. This weekend, I'll tell you one thing I learned. Um, I need a good mattress. I also believe I also believe that way I went camping, the way I went camping this week end, I won't do that again, like sleeping outdoors like that. I'll sleep in my van in the bush or whatever. I can do that, but I don't think I'll sort of like because I don't have and like at this place here, they will if I get a good mattress, they will haul it in for me. I have no problem with that. But if it's anything else, I probably won't do that kind of camping again, because I'm used to everything being in my house and my van's my home, and I forgot things like coffee cups. Thank my buddy Brent. He had an extra one. I forgot things like I got to change out my fork. Uh, a while back, I bought a fork combo. Yeah, I didn't like it. It keeps on like I'm trying to eat and it keeps on folding in half. So yeah, so I'll have to buy a better one. Um, I'll probably have to buy another pot set because this one's made. The one I got, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's made out of Teflon, I guess, and eventually that's going to crack, and you know, so I'm going to have to get like stainless steel. But I just want a little compact one, and I know you can, you know, Brent's idea was just go down to your local village and get a good stainless steel, and I will. More likely, I will because I know the other ones that you can buy online or at Amazon, stainless steel. They can be very expensive, and you know, so yeah, I got to figure that out. So other than that, that's it. Um, yeah, other than that, that's I've learned that, but I did come away. So I've been out. I've been out camping twice. One for two. One was supposed to be for 2 days. That's the first one I did out here in. New York State where we went. I went with Brent and Rasan. Okay, that's two. So that the first night we stayed there, I slept terribly because of it wasn't the situation, it was because the mattress is like the way I sleep was really awful. So okay, so that was a bust. The next day, both Brett and I decided we were supposed to stay one more day. Both of us decided, okay, let's pack it in and go home because yeah, it was kind of rough. More rougher for me than Brett, but it was still rough. So my second trip is John Dillon Park. That trip, uh, the first night, it was a little rough, but I slept. I powered through. Uh, but I thought I didn't have the blankets on right or the pillow set up right. I had all my stuff from home, and I had these two little air mattresses, and they just didn't do it. But I thought, okay, you know, we're here for 2 days, so we're gonna have to figure something out. So the next night, I rearranged everything, and I had to get up a couple of times and stay up for a while because I was in pain, just from my hip. That's about it. So last night though, I was in. I slept a little. I slept for an hour in the afternoon. That was all right, but I was still tired. So when I went to bed, I ended up going to bed at 9:30, and then I woke up at 12:30, and I couldn't get back to bed. But my whole right side, left right side of my leg was numb. Um, well, whatever I had left, my stump was numb. uh, and Yeah, and then I had to take a couple of ibuprofen, and then I stayed up till about 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning. Made a fire, but a lot of things we did a lot of things though. Like I accomplished a lot of things. Like the fire was going all day or whatever, so there was still coals, but it was like cold for like 2 hours, two and a half, whatever. Like from 9:30 till like I got up at 12:30. I said so it died down since then. So I got up and I had to, I had to get some firewood. I had these little blocks that I had. They were dry. So I started the fire the first night. Second night, same thing. Brent cut up some pieces of stuff for me, and pieces of wood and twigs, and found some brush, and I set that on fire, and that was good. The problem with that one was the wood that we got was a little damp. So yeah. So I learned a lot though. I mean, I can start a fire. I can maintain things. Uh, but like I said, I forgot a lot too. I forgot to bring my knife, so I couldn't split the little pieces of wood, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what I sort of like put all together and said, yeah. I didn't bring a lighter, so I couldn't really start a fresh fire on my own. I didn't bring anything like that I should have, or no, it's not that I should have. It's just that but you learn, right? And that's part of camping. And I loved camping. I did. Uh, I, I I love camping. There's nothing wrong with that. And I learned a lot of things, the do's and don'ts, of what I can do, what I can't do, and it was great. I also experienced the park I went to. They have a couple of jackeries. I also experienced, a 1,000 jackery, just a straight jackery on my CPAP and on my wheelchair for electricity. I drained that sucker out like real quick. Not all the way because I was always, sleeping with one eye closed, one eye open. I kept on checking every time I had to get up and go for a pee. I hit the power, hit the display, and it showed me, went from 98 right down to before around 12:30, right down to about 35%. And then when I started unplugging things, uh, and I especially unplugged my chair, I made sure the chair was charged. It wasn't that depleted, but it was charged. So I pulled that, and I only slept with my CPAP machine. I had two batteries on it for a while, and then Brent took his off. Then I had mine on. So yeah, so all that. I mean, I ended up in the the next day was down to 20%. So yeah, that's the whole point. So that was fine. Then the next day they asked me how do I think about it. I said, well, it was really good, but I was down a little bit. I was a little bit nervous because I didn't want to run out. Because if I'm taking my electric chair, say, and I don't have any other chair with me, I did bring one, but we'd have to go back and get it. When I taken my electric chair, that was it. Uh, if it runs out of power, I'm stuck in the bush. So he said, "Okay, I can fix that." He says, "We got a 1500. We'll go get that. We'll charge that up for you. You can use that tonight." So I said, "Okay." So that was the thing. So I used that one last night, and my battery was really depleted this time. I only had 3 bars left, and yeah, the battery, like the Jackery boosted it, but again, it seemed to suck a lot of energy out, and I'm not sure what my wheelchair is, taking away from the battery, but it seemed like it went pretty quick too. But I ended up with about 40% left at the end of the night, and that was a bigger battery. Uh, so yeah, yeah, so we went through that. Let me figure it. Yeah, and oh yeah, like camping in my wheelchair. They laid down some new ground uh, because some people didn't like the bigger material, like crushed stone. So they put more dusty crushed stone, and I tore up the little pathway. I can say that, you know. Andy is in the house. I just seen that. Hello, Andy. Uh, yeah. Um, yeah. So they came by. They said no problem, and then within like about 10 minutes, they came back and they had a crew or whatever to fix all the campsites and get them ready for somebody else. And they patted down my. They took all the little divots I bore into the pathway, and they said no problem. It says, we're glad to help. So I was really impressed with the service and everything. And it's not just a fluke. It was just like there's a lot of people there. There was a few people we met that had wheelchairs, uh, you know, old, young, and it was great. Like it was really really great. Hey, Overland Terriers. Oh, yeah. So it wasn't all for naught. It was like a really good learning experience. What I can do, what I can't do. Oh yeah, and my friend Brent there, he knows I like to be pushed sometimes. So when we get there, everything's cool. He said, "Oh, this is really neat. I got a place to live. I don't have to worry about the rain. It only showered a little bit. It wasn't bad." So I said, "Okay." So yeah, I said, "This is nice." And he goes, "Good. I'm going back to the van." I said, "What?" The first night he leave me. He left me in the bush. Imagine that, a bear in the bush. Yeah. And then before he leaves, he cracks a joke because these things that we're sitting underneath. I mean, I don't want to say it all because then it'll be take away part of my video. But these things that we sit underneath, or lie underneath, free to the wilderness or whatever. He says, "You ever heard of bird feeders, Jeff?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, this is a bear feeder." I said, "What?" Because it's a bear feeder. Look, I mean, the bears don't even have to break down anything. They can walk right up with the ramp I used to get up with and feast in there with me. I done ate. So yeah, I mean, it was just overall fun. I mean, they got everything there, man. You can imagine. Like, we didn't take advantage of everything, but there's some stuff that was really cool. So yeah, yeah. Well, if it's from Interiors, Overland Interiors, that's the same Andy, Jennifer. Same Andy, same guy that built my built out part of, well, I don't know what part he did now, but he over I think he mostly built Andy or Chrome's van, and he built my blue box that I had, my shelving unit. He built that with the little bear paws. He did that. He used to do that for a living. I mean, he still tickets, but then he stopped doing that and he was doing something else. So yeah, yes, Andy and Man Glitter. That's the one, Linda. That's him. Well, yeah, we went a little crazy last week. I just decided I didn't realize there were already blue people around, and there's a lot of them around. But if they don't show up, you don't see them. But tonight, oh, hold on, hello, hi, Beatrice. It okay. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, 8 o'clock tomorrow would be great. Thank you very much. Okay, bye bye. Sorry about that. My lady's coming in tomorrow. So I don't know what happened there. I hope I didn't cut off anybody. Oh, Rambling Rocketeer. Shee-hoo! I'm a little excited. I don't know what it is. Might be all the coffee Brent was feeding me. Uh, what is that? Brent Wilson. Hi, Jeffy. What is your latest C peptide score? I don't even know what a peptide score is. Uh, uh, oh, okay. Well, that's good. I just wasn't sure. I mean, the phone rings, you guys go blank, and then she's asking me questions. Uh, oh, I did have a great time at Sanity. I did. Doug, hello, congratulations on your new van. You are a different person since you've gotten it. It is very good to see you happy. Well, thank you very much. I know, I always wonder about that. You're not really truly happy if you need things to make you happy, but I re-looked that and it's like, I mean, that's what I used to believe, but I've been, now that I've had a chance to relax and I've gone through a lot, I guess. I mean, it's finally sinking in. And yeah, I'm happy about that. I made it. I made it through it. And that's the thing, and that's the whole point, I guess. Um, it's all good though. I mean, well, eventually one day when I get all this other stuff done with my van to get it roadworthy, I'm gonna have to talk to Andy, and I got a list of you now, Andy. We're gonna figure something out. I don't know what, but yeah. Um, I got a couple of problems in my van that it's not really problems. I guess it's solutions, but I got a couple of things. I'm probably gonna have to do it a little bit different, but I know the first thing. First thing I gotta do, like when I get it on the road, I have to get a better mattress. I gotta be prepared to put a good mattress in there. Mr. Chicken and Bob. Yeah. Okay. Some people don't like Mr. Chicken sometimes. He's annoying. Here you go. And I forgot to bring him on my trip with me. And Bob's here somewhere. I don't know where he is right now. Let me see. Nope. No Mr. Bob. I will find him. So yeah, like, we're gonna like Andy told me before, he said, gotta sit down and we're gonna talk, And basically what this is, even though I do nothing with my van right now, basically, well, Brent and I, it's not so much that we almost got into a fist fight or nothing, but man, we were just talking about things, and he's got a process, I got a process, and it's like, well, and I know it's not, and yeah, and I sometimes I can be stubborn. Thank you very much, Dana. I appreciate that. You know, yeah, pretty much we got a process, and then at one point, Brent suggested we're not going to talk about vans anymore. We're not going to talk about that because part of me, you remember before I got the van, I used to say I don't want to lift. I don't want to lift. Okay, and now I got to lift, but that causes problems. It also is a solution, but it causes problems because I can't move that lift to work around. So you got to work around whatever you're going to build. So I got a few ideas now. I definitely scrap a few ideas. Ideas. Uh, yeah, I got to scrap a few ideas. Like, definitely going to need more than 24 inches for a bed width. Definitely need more. Yeah, because 24 inches. Uh, we all know what 24 inches is, but that's 24 inches. So I'm definitely going to need that. Might have to go 3 feet. So we got to figure out, and then and I haven't put the tape to anything, so I don't know. This is just epi van or a van build around stuff. Put something here, put something. So we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to figure out a proper, formula. But yeah, definitely gonna have to go with more than 2 feet. And the mattress I got now is 10 inches. Thank you very much, Terry. I appreciate that. Uh, yeah. So yeah, 10 inches. 10 inches might be too big for my van, but I do know when I got home today, I got into bed right away and I slept for the hour and a half I slept. I didn't wake up sore. So 8 inches maybe might be better, but I'm gonna have to get a half decent mattress. I don't think there's any way around it. Doesn't have to be more than 4 feet because I don't think I'm gonna grow anymore. I think my growing days are over. Um, so yeah, so might be 4 feet, whatever, 4.5 feet. It all depends. Um, I haven't even looked at half the stuff you guys got put up here. Uh, yeah. Well, I could do that. I could do that. But if I have to, well, yeah, I probably could do that. But okay, I'll ask you a question. How would you feel of cutting into a $1,500 mattress? Yeah, I get. It's like people I hear talk about they're gonna put a hole and put a fan inside their bed or inside their van that they just paid $60,000 for, or even $5,000 for. If you make an oops, that's a big oops, and lots of caulking and lots of patchwork that's got to be done, and so you're not raining all over yourself. I'm a little bit nervous about that. I don't know if I want to do that. Uh, yeah, I don't know if I'm not sure if that's the only way I can go. That's the only way I can go. That's the way I'll go. But I'm gonna try another option. It doesn't have to be super expensive. It's just got to be firm. I think 8 inches would be good enough. And yeah, and I think that would be fine. But I just know a good mattress, uh, thicker than them pads that I had, a good mattress is the answer. Um, and I'll go back out there. I'm going to go back out to that John Dillon Park, but they have a campsite there, so I can drive my van right into the campsite. I can go out, cook, do everything I did this time. If I bring anybody with me or my grandkids or something, they can sleep underneath that lean-to. Uh, it's all good, and then I can still get the camping experience because I'm good. If I sleep in my van, I mean that's all we're doing really. We're not sleeping outdoors in tents. We're sleeping in vans, and that's okay. You're still sleeping in a different place, just about every night. So yeah, it's all good though. I believe it's good. I want to go back. Jeff, don't get the ladies started again. What am I doing? What did I get? What did I do? I didn't mean one soon. I said, oh no, please. Somewhere for the remote for the wheelchair remote on that. Yeah, we got to look at all that too. I'm sorry I didn't read. I've been talking, not reading. So, um, and every now and then I look. Overland. That's all. I love the fact that you're model again, mobile again. Yeah, yeah. I misread that. Oh, a model again? No. Mobile? Yes, I love that fact too. Uh, I'm just not mobile with my van yet, but we're getting closer. Like I said, it's a long weekend. Nothing can be done. Everything stops. But yeah. Oh, I know these ain't important, but I love these. They really. I remember. Yeah, soon, very soon. You'll get a call from me, Andy. Don't worry. I won't overwhelm you, but you'll get a call from me saying, "Okay, we'll have to get together somehow." And yeah, I like these for my other van, and they came in handy. You can keep my windows down, so I got these less than $100. Not that I have to throw prices out, but I got these less than $100, and yeah, I got louvers there for my window, my front window, and I love this. So when you're driving, the rain stays out, and I also got them because they look cool, and that's just part of my old van that I like. uh, yeah, so that's part of the old van that I like. I couldn't find the other ones I have, but they were very expensive, and they come from a different country. And it's like, yeah, well, if I can save a little bit of money here and there. Jennifer, I adore the outdoors, but I do have my memories. Notes easy to save for some, but don't have access or money for a van. I need two or more join me on some land. Yeah, well, like I said, I mean, yeah, like I said, well, everything's got to be figured out. So, just like me, I got to figure it out. All right, I just paid 150 for the ones I have. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't know the name of that, but I had an expensive brand before. They were good. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, they were well over 130 or $140. They make car mats and everything. I think Chrome or Joseph or somebody's got them. I really don't need car mats because my feet won't mess up the carpet. Uh, okay, that's fine too, Gary. Yeah, Gary is going to send me some hand controls, and that's okay. I mean, that's okay. The thought that counts, really. Um, and I know things are super expensive, so it's all good, brother. Not a problem. I hope you can do something with them. Yeah, Jeffy is shopping. Uh, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Kim, I'm holding back. I held back. I could buy a lot more stuff. I'm trying to do it the way that I say it. Well, not just me, but when you're starting van life again, the way everybody says it. Just sleep in it, look around, figure it out. Then you can do stuff. So, oh yeah, Ramen Rocketeer, Overland Interiors. So exciting to see this weird old community come together to get Jeffy Bear mobile, although he does like to model again, model again, model again. Hmm. Yeah. No, I don't know. Okay. I've heard the name. Sorry, Brayton. You use a Dexcom and Omni. Yeah, are you talking about this thing here? I'm not sure if you're. Yeah, I use that. It comes in handy. However, I I didn't have satellite or anything where I was at. I couldn't get in touch with anybody, so it's all good. Oh yeah, don't worry. Like uh, Andy lets me video stuff. Like I mean, I just don't. I'm not bold about it. I don't know anybody that is. No, but I mean, I'm not always in your face with a camera, and that's fine too. Because I mean, everyone. But oh yeah, it helps. Like gives me content. So yeah, and Andy liked it the last time. So yeah, it's all good. We'll get it done. You'll see part to part. Tomorrow when I put these things on there, you probably see my grandson helping me. So yeah, well, they got. Oh no, they don't have that. No, they don't have that here in Canada, Gary. Gary says in the U.S. there are grants to help cover the cost of handicap. No, here we got we got help from the government to cover hand controls, but you got to sort of like make it. You got to sort of like apply for them, and then when they come in, it could take a couple of months. All the red tape, and then they'll pay for that, but they will not pay. And there's organizations will do that, but they will not. You have to have the van. That's the problem. So that's why it's a big holdup for me because I had to get a van first before and that's the same thing with uh, what was it? Well, the same thing with a lot of things. Like that's why I decided. You know what? I'm going to. I'll probably pay for the freaking hand controls myself. Pardon the language there. I'll probably pay because I'm not waiting another 3 months until they get their stuff together and figure it out if they're going to or not going to. So no, I can't wait 3 months. I want to. I mean, I could wait 3 months, but I ain't going to because I want to get out on the road. I want to sort of like have freedom before winter sets in. That's what I want. Uh, but I'm yeah, nobody do anything crazy. I am getting hand controls through the Canadian through here. I just gotta wait for a call. I already set it up before I went on holidays. I just have to wait. They know the van it goes in, so I'm just waiting to see if they can get it. Oh yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with that, but uh my hand controls, okay, my hand controls, they have to be certified from what they tell me by a certified dealer installer, or they won't pass it. To me, it's a money grab, but it's got to go through the proper channels so everybody signs off and everybody's happy, and I shouldn't have a problem. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just I got to follow a certain protocol. So it's all this is the patient part for me. I know it's exciting for you guys too, but I have to wait till everything sort of like flows out because the Canadian government is not like the American government, and and that's the thing. They're different, you know. But rules are rules, and I gotta try to follow them. So that's why. I mean, I told there's a couple of people here. Uh, they wanted to help me out and get me stuff, and I said I'm gonna wait until I get the van safety, everything, the hand controls in, because it's all in play right now. That's all. Not that I'm not grateful for anybody's help, but once I get the van going and it's rideable, then you know, if you want to do something later, that's all right. But at first, I just need that van, and I got to follow the rules. And I don't always like following them, but I have to in this situation. And I got everything. Like I got a lot of things going on. I got the van going on, and then I got. Eventually, I'm going to have a meetup with Andy. Eventually, I'm going to have a meetup because we're in the same city with Jared. So Andy's the wood guy, Jared's the electrical guy. So and they both got companies and whatever, and they both willing to help out whatever they can. Uh, you know, big, small, it doesn't matter. But that's what I'm waiting for. Once I get that done, then I'm getting closer. Well, I'll be on the road by then, but I'm getting closer and closer to my goal uh, of having my van ready so I can start traveling probably next year sometime. But right now, I mean, I'm not finished. I can. They say it's pretty nice in Hamilton this time of year, or even in October. So I might I might have to spend a few weekends or a week there or something, and that's okay. Walmart, here we come. Yeah, well, I don't like waiting, Matt RX, but yes, it is a sweet van. I mean, I love it. It is. I mean, every van. I think the perfect dream van for a lot of people is a nice van and naked inside, and anything you put in, it's your own. Well, my van's not naked inside. It's got stuff, so I got to build around that or adapt that. So, but it's a perfect van for me. Oh yeah, the running joke this weekend. Brent says, Brent asked me. He goes, "What makes it a perfect van?" Yeah. Hey, Brent, that's my joke. Yeah. What makes it a perfect van? And I said, makes it a perfect van. It's all the same color. There's no patchwork on it. It's all the same color. Brent rolled over laughing. He's like, "Holy jeez, that's what's perfect about it. It's all the same color." Yeah, and I don't mind green, forest green. Uh, so thank you, Ramblin'. Quick note of that. Well, that's the other thing, Jennifer. Jennifer asks, how you going to cook? You have a counter, make it easy. Yeah, that's what we got to figure out. Yeah, there's got to be a counter in there. There's got to be a washroom in there of some sort. There's got to be a place for me to sleep. There's got to be a place to hang stuff up. There's got to be a lot of things I got to and I got to have a basement so I can put stuff I don't need right away. So yeah, it's not easy sort of trying to figure out all the stuff you need. Um, I've come to some conclusion that front seat of mine on the passenger side is useless for me. Is useless. I can't use it so I might have to do something in there. But like I said, I'm not running too far away. Like I'm not trying to go ahead. I'm just trying to tonight I think I'm going to try to sleep in my van tonight. Um, since I'm sore already, we'll see if I get any sore. I'm going to try to sleep in my van just to see how that couch for now is working, the thing that's in there. Because if that's not working, well, I'm going to sort of speed up the process, and I'm probably going to get myself a mattress of a certain size and then put it in there. So, no, we don't need a sink in the van, Kim. Nope. So now you need a sink in the van. Nope, don't need a sink. Reason I say that is like a lot of people say it. They use the sink for a carrying tray. You don't want to put stuff away, you throw it in the sink so it doesn't flop all over the place. I don't need a sink. I got portable, I got a little pail or portable pail, wash your hands and yeah. Well, that's the thing, okay? We're not gonna get Gary just said, Jeffy Beer, remove the passenger seat and store your scooter there. Yeah, that was the original idea. But we're not gonna get into that conversation because I had that with Brent this morning and it leads into one thing after another. So the problem I have, it's not, it's just because that lift is there. There's a cage behind the passenger side door. I can't move that because that's part of the ramp. So when the ramp comes up, that part right there is right behind the passenger side. So I have to work around that. So I'm not sure what we're going to put there, but and I'm going to have to look at the van, and I'm going to have to see that once it goes down, what's there? Is it, can I get around it? And yeah, it's going to take a while, but it'll work. I know it will. It'll work. Yeah, well that's right. Or they got them collapsible ones and a whole bunch of different things. I mean, it's van life. I did have a sink in the last one, and I washed myself, fairly good. Dave the Doctor, hey Jeffy Bear. So happy you have a van again. You deserve, well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Sue, when it comes to the design of the interior, Andy would have some ideas for sure. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I got my own ideas, but I'm going to throw them to the professional. I don't think he minds me saying that, and he's going to tell me if it's feasible or not feasible. And that's how you sort of like go from a good idea. You got 100 ideas, and then when you're finished talking, you eliminate 98 of them or 97 of them, and then you talk about those three, and then you eliminate two, and then that's the one you stick with. So that's the process. Yeah. Okay. Brayton Wilson. Well, you never know. I mean, Kevin's down there. There's a few people down there, and sorry if I don't have the names. There's a lot of people around, like Dallas. I got my friend. She calls me her brother all the time. I haven't. She pops in every now and then, but we were talking a long time ago, and she got a job. So yeah, but yeah, I like to if I can. I know Dallas is a big place, but if I could, I'd like to when I go through these places. I like to say I'm coming through. If you want to hook up or meet up or have a meetup or something, I'll try my best. That's what I want to do eventually. Yeah, see, Brenda G. Keep the passenger seat for visitors is my vote too. Yeah, my daughter's the same way. Keep the passenger seat. Uh, a few other people keep the passenger seat. So I gotta, if I can make room behind the passenger seat and behind the like in the back part, then maybe I can keep the passenger seat. But I don't know. I haven't really dwelled into that yet. Never, no hurry yet. Well, if you're talking about just that, yeah, it's no hurry. You just got to take your time and try to eliminate all the problems that come your way and find a find a solution. I don't know if there's a forever solution, but I know maybe for the next year it might be a solution, and it might change. Uh, oops, my wheelchair lift folds up, and yeah, okay. I got you moving here, and I can't read that. Gary says, "Oops, my wheelchair lift folds up and stores inside the rear side door." Yeah, well, yeah, there's a whole bunch of different ones, but yes, Bubbles RC said, "In place of the passenger seat, I think it's a good place to store your clothing in a container or food." Yeah, well, I gotta. This part of living in your van before you touch it too much. You need the essentials though, but yeah, you can always live out of bins. But that's the part I got to look at that and figure out what I can possibly do there. Um, I'll have to get your whittling items. You whittled? How would I do that? Well, I haven't whittled anything yet, Jennifer. But when I do, I'll put them up and we'll figure it out from there. It's like yeah, I got all this stuff in my head about vans and carving, and I started a little thing this weekend with an old piece of wood, and I'm not done yet. But yeah, it's just it was kind of relaxing. I was cutting and talking to Brent, and yeah, just doing my thing. Well, that's it. Thank you, Sue. That's it. Sue Bishop, it is going to be amazing whatever you do because you will be on the road. Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, you do what you need to get started, and then come up with a few ideas. I mean that's how. That's pretty much. I mean, other than through Chrome, that's how I met Andy. I went down to visit him because he said, you gotta try to get by the shop, and I did. And I didn't have a counter, and oh no, I think it started. I think it started. I believe if Andy's still here, he'll correct me. I think he asked me if I wanted some wood because he had some wood he was throwing out or doing something, and like just pieces, right? And I said, yeah, I'll take them. And I said, well, I'll take a couple of pieces. Well, he gave me a big thing full. I said, Andy, I can't I can't put this. I have no place to put this thing. He said, "Oh, we'll figure that out." And then the next thing he said, "I'll build you a cabinet." So he built me that nice cabinet that I had with that blue countertop and bear paws. I mean, everybody loved it. Like he did like a fast deal on it. Like he didn't put everything into it like he did. Like he said that he said, I can't do some things to it because it's cost effective and stuff. And I said that's fine. The fact that he did that, I mean, blew my mind. People love that cabinet. People love that. That's Andy that did that, and that's why, man. That's people that I've just met, and even my friend Jared and his girlfriend Maddie. I mean, I met them in BC, and on my old videos, he's the guy with the long hair, blonde hair, and his girlfriend, and they had the dog with them, and a couple of other friends. They got together with Mark, and yeah, they put my stuff together in the bush, all the wiring stuff. So yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. That's how it works. You meet people, and a lot of people, at least the people I've met, if there's something they can do for me, and it's not like charity. They just like what they see, or they like following my channel and like my adventures or whatever. They want to be part of that, and they say, "Oh, we'll help you out." So that's the great thing. What does she say here? Insanity. I think it was insanity. I got you in here somewhere. Debbie, oh no. Somebody just asked me, do I still have. I don't know who the heck asked me, but hold on. I'm back. Yes, I still have it. Somebody asked me, do I still have my original sign, Bears Den? I do. It's going up somewhere. But what I want to do is, I'm trying to find. Like I found all the letters. I'm trying to find a number two, either to put here or put here. Bears Den two, because that's what the new van will be. Bears Den two. That's it. I don't think there'll be a three, because the two is in good shape, and it's all the same color. Ah, yes, all the same color. So yeah, so I'm looking for it. I don't know who asked me that question. Uh, yeah, I don't know who asked me that question, but there it is. Uh, yeah. So pretty much that's what I've done on the weekend. That's what I've done. I came home, took a nap, and I feel much better now. My body's rested, you know, and yeah, and I decided, well, I'll come on here and I'll do a live. Okay. Okay. It was insanity. Well, you know what happens, right? Insanity. I got too many blue people on here. And all I seen was blue and I didn't catch it. And then the thing flipped up again. So I think I got it set for 60 seconds. And then it flipped up. So I haven't seen Kim in a while. Oh, there she is. I thought Kim was out cooking something. She always cooks on my show. I've looked for that in Sanity. I went. Sanity said Jeffrey Bear craft stores have a two. I might have to go to Michael's or something. But yeah, I looked at all the places. I went to the dollar store, stuff like that, and I couldn't find it. I mean, I've only like with everything else on my plate, I only tried like one or two times, but I couldn't find it. Of hello to Jeffy Bear from Polar Bear. Looking forward to what's next. Yeah, well, so am I. But the biggest thing I would imagine, the biggest thing is to get that beast that's out there, get it on the road, safety, and rolling. That's the biggest thing. Once it's rolling, well, we can do things. But yeah, got to get it rolling first. And that should happen this week, I'm hoping. Uh, okay. Brenda G. Terry Noel, yes. Can Jeff secure the wheelchair in the driver's spot? Throw the driver's seat. See, these are all good ideas, but here's the problem. My friend Brent's going to be upset. Well, not upset, but he's going to say, "Oh, we talked about that." There's 6 inches. That's the problem. I can't. The six, the top of the 6 inches, that is the bottom of the van floor. The 6 inches going the other way, they had to cut out part of the frame and drop and lower that floor to put in my ramp. So my floor is not completely flat, so I can't go from where the ramp was put in to the front of my van on a level thing. And if I put angles on it, you're going to take a lot of space. So I think that option is out of the question. I think my other biggest thing is, yeah, not again. Yeah. I think my other biggest thing is to put in a swivel seat. That's important. I need a swivel seat. And that's what I'm trying to find. Uh, only has 6. Who cares? That's average. Oh, thank you. What does that say? I won't drive in the snow. Tubing with a Van Dyke. I like being older and complacent. I used to venture. So good for you. Yeah, well, you know, ignore my Jennifer. Ignore my phone. Yeah, I get the same problem. Uh, can, oh no, he went from getting us excited about 24 inches now down to 6 inches up. Okay, keep the mind on the van, people. Come on now. Yeah, gotta clean up this mess. Greg, our weather isn't that bad, but I have 72 hours or more if something was to happen, plus a suitcase. Need to do I leave? I hope you're not having problems down your way, Craig. I haven't been in tune with any news, so I don't know. Um, Sounds like they lowered the floor for headroom entrance. Yeah, they did, Gary. That's what they did. They lowered the floor, and I don't have that lip that goes into the van like you used to have. It's right down to that. That's all the lip. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. I'll probably have to do that again. Um, Cat lady, I'm doing good. We went out camping. Woo! Second time. Yeah, it had a few learning curves, but it's all good though. Yeah, it went fine. But I'm not. I think I'm just going to sleep in my van and not so like go to the outdoors and sleep underneath a lean-to type deal. Yeah, And the bed's the key, I believe. Emmy, the bed's the key. Got a good bed, you can pretty much sleep anywhere. Uh, yeah, Emmy pops in all the time. Sometimes like if she just like me, I don't. Well, I pop in if she has a live, but I mean, I always sort of like pop in, look at her video, and then leave with a thumbs up. You know, it's help support. Uh, oh my lord. Okay, let me see. Yeah, it is. I even made my own fire. If there is a 6-inch lip, how do you get to driver's seat? Well, that's the thing. That's why. Okay, good question. Uh, Michigan Carol S. If there is a 6-inch lip, how do you get to the driver's seat? Very difficult. That's why I need a swivel so I can turn that seat around because it is difficult. That's the next question would be: do you keep the passenger seat or not? Because that passenger seat and the driver's seat is about that much separation, and Jeffy Bear's got about that much midsection. So it's very hard for me. Good thing I got no legs because I can sort of like do the splits to get in, but it's very hard for me to get to the driver's seat. So that's why I need to get a swivel seat, in my opinion. Yeah. Hey, Papa, how are you? uh, oh, here we go with the princess and the pea. Thank you. Yeah, there's a lot to figure out, man. Like, I mean, there really is. Like, I mean, it's like, okay, I finally got the van now. Now I'm overwhelmed with all the stuff I got to figure out how to get around. You know, it's it's a good conversation and it can lead to some healthy arguments. But yeah, it's just like yeah, that's what Brant and I were talking about some of the part of the weekend. Well, again, BGB lure. Yeah, sorry if I mispronounced that. Yeah, power seat, swivel seat. That would be good too. But then I'm going to use a lot of power anyways. I mean that could be possible because I have power windows and stuff, but I'm using a lot of power as it is, and I got to find a system that'll handle all that. And I'm a little bit nervous about adding more another power sucker. You know what I mean? Something that'll take more power out. I'm a little bit nervous of that. So, but that's an option. Thank you. I mean, that really is an option. Uh, well, I am doing arm workouts, man. I mean, I put myself in bed, out of bed. Like, I mean, I like I chop wood. Yeah, I'm starting to. I even roll around with manual. I'm not going to become Arnold overnight, but I'm trying. I'm doing my best. You know, I'm doing my best. You need a seat like mine. It's electric swivel and it raises up and that. Yeah, would you know where to sort of like look for that, Gary? Like probably an American thing, but I'll ask questions about that. Yeah, I will. It's a very good one. Thank you. Uh, I know I've been there myself with the Safari van years ago. Dad, Mom paid for some stuff in there, but it wasn't quite enough room to stand up. But it was great. Yeah. Well, I can't stand up anyways, but I mean, this van I got now, it's got more than plenty of headroom, so I'm okay with that. Uh, uh, yes, we did insanity over coffee this morning. I think that's okay. Chrome is now a battery supplier, so he will sort you out. Yeah, like Chrome, like when I needed a battery, Chrome wasn't a battery supplier. Now that I know he is, well, yeah, I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna go through him for sure because anybody like a lot of people I know, if they have a business of stuff, yeah, I usually go through them. Help them out as much as I can. So, um, okay, yeah, I'm not the power guy, Gary, but yeah, that's okay. That's good to know too. Ruby, that is what we do. Okay, support each other in the ways we can. Yeah, and that's great, and I really appreciate that. Kendra, at Jeffy, you got a good workout. Yeah, I got a good workout. Oh, that punching bag you gave me, I broke it. I gave it one too many lefts instead of a right. No, I don't know. It's a little bit loose, so we'll see. Let me see. Think Chrome is now a shock battery brand lithium. Yeah, he is. He is. Uh, somebody's somebody's hit me up. Where are you here? Hold on. Somebody just texted me something. I'm assuming it might be Kim telling me she's cooking supper. Always does this on my live chats, which is okay, Kim. I'm just saying. Okay. Uh, well, no, you can't fit me. Yes, I don't forget you, Kim. Uh, are you going to do a live today? Yeah, I'm doing a live now, Ramblin'. Oh, travel suggestions. Oh, wow. Well, I got some stuff here. People have sort of like text me and tell me that, if I'm going to do some travel stuff or suggest, yeah. So that's good. Thank you very much. Um, uh, Pointing Great Beach, temps decrease. Okay. Oh, sanity. Somebody just clicked me again. Kevin. Okay, Kevin. Yeah, now I got them all calling me. Oh, they all jumping on the bandwagon now. It's sad. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Laura subscribed a lot of cool people, and yeah, thank you. Yeah, it keeps growing as I watch one, and then it introduces you to another show on what a neat community. Yeah, it is a pretty good community, actually. I'm glad I bumped into them, or they bumped into me. Michael, ask Andy about power systems. He works with them every day. Emmy had problems with her heater until Andy changed her system. Okay, I thought the last time I was talking to Andy one time, I thought he I thought he said he doesn't know too much about the electrical part, but and maybe I was mistaken. I mean, that was a while ago when he did my, and he said I work with wood. So my other friend, in the same town, he does work with he builds vans and stuff, higher end than mine, but he does know the electrical part. So yeah, I'm pretty sure like those two guys will sort of like figure it out for me or introduce me to somebody that's whatever. I'm pretty sure they will. By the way, Jimmy, congrats on the 23,000. Yeah, that's another thing. Thank you all so much that have liked, subscribed, jumped on board. A little bit behind in some things, but I'm just glad you're there. I'm glad that yeah, like I said, I went into the bush there and I lost all cell reception, and I think I was at 22 something. I don't know, and then I came back and I'm at 23, and I'm like, wow. And so so thank you. I appreciate that. Let me see here. Okay. Oh, Roseanne. Hello from Walnut Creek, California. Hmm. Oh, that's a, I need to upgrade my battery and solar system on my boat, but at least I have shore power. Yeah, well, Matt RX-7. I'm going to have. Well, I'm going to try to. You know, I mean, I did get a whack of money, but as prices go up, that money goes up, and I'm not spending it crazily, but yeah, I mean, I need uh, I need battery, I need solar, uh, I need to get a good thing for shore power too, so I can connect and everything else. I need a DC to DC, I think they call it DC to DC charger, so I can charge while riding or while driving. Yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm covered with all my electricity needs. Uh, yes, new subs are awesome. Thank you. Look up the recipe for Belgian waffles or Brussels waffles. Wow. Uh, I'm cooking for a potluck down at Anvil bit while enjoying Jeffy Live. Best community ever. Thank you, Rambo. Yes. Okay. Ruby. Sadly, I can't send Jeffy a picture. Oh. Oh. Jeffy Bear sad. Can't send me a picture. Of what? The Belgian waffles? Yeah, I'm doing more better. I figured out, like everybody's talking about lithium, so I figured, since I asked Chrome this, again, before I knew that he was going to be a SOK sponsor or whatever, or dealer or whatever. I said, why did you get four batteries at 100 amp hours instead of just two batteries at 200 amp hours? I mean, to me, it's like, uh, less is better, like especially if they're more power. And he said it was because of size. All he had, see, his van is built for that size, so that's all he had room for. So that's why he got four 100. So since I don't have any batteries, I'm looking at two 200s, and I know the dimensions, and then I'll put that into my build, so I don't have to get four of them. I can get two of them instead. Uh, Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, so that's what I've never had lithium before. Uh, I've learned from people's mistakes. I know they get cold, so they do come with. You either got to put a heater underneath them, or they come with that, and hopefully that doesn't break, or that works properly. Um, I don't always plan on being in the cold, but you get caught sometimes. So yeah, so I mean that's what I plan on doing. Terry Newell, Jeff, you need to find out if you have to pay taxes on that money, so you have some left over for that. I have no idea. Well, as far as I know, from what I've done before, and you guys helped me out before when I was in the hospital, um, I didn't have to pay taxes on that because they were gifts. It's not, it was a gift, and yeah, the only thing I got to do this time, I think it's the same thing, but if I have to pay taxes, then I have to pay taxes. You know, but I'll have to figure that out when the time comes. Uh, yeah, I think the other Brenda Battleborn does have that thing inside the warmer, but I think the other ones do too. Or the I think Sock does have it, but if not, you can buy uh like a cheap battery warmer. It's like a wrap or something, I believe. I've seen it. I haven't really researched it yet, but I've seen it somewhere, and it doesn't take a lot of electricity and keeps your batteries up to par so they don't freeze. Uh, and Battleborns are way too expensive for my taste. I mean, I think they're ridiculous, but they're good. Yeah, I did say what you just typed because it was very informative. Yeah, it was a good idea. Macro, the discharge current for 100 and 200 amp hour batteries is max 100 amp. So with four, you have a total of 400 amp hours. Yes, and if you buy 200 amp hour batteries, you still have 400 amp hours. That's the thing. So you got two batteries at 200 apiece will equal the four, and that's the same thing. It's just that you only got two batteries instead of four. And I don't know how that hooks up, but I'm pretty sure. Gary Grinder, a good DC to DC system will be more important than solar unless you plan on being stationary for long periods. No, I don't, but I don't know. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but backup to the backup to the backup, it's always good. And because I depend so much on electricity, I'm not going to feel too bad if I overkill it and get too much. Like, I don't want to just waste the money, but I just want to make sure that I got enough power to get out of that situation. That's all. You know. So, do you have warmers built in? I think they do, and that's the thing. I know there's a few options, but they do have it. Uh, I know the ones that Chrome had before. That warmer inside the batteries he had they failed. They didn't work, and then left them in a jam. Mind you, I think he said it was a snap chill, but it was minus 35 when that fell apart. Uh, well, Brenda, what's up with the rabbits? Well, he likes rabbits, so he always comes up with rabbits. That's kind of cool. Instead of claps and stuff like that, he'll throw you a carrot. I think it's funny. Think how you can tell him how much he'll need when you don't know what he needs power for aside from his shirt. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, we figured that out this weekend. Um, my chair sucks up a lot of power. My CPAP, not so much, but still power. Phones, I got two phones, but I got to charge them. I do it one at a time. My computer, that seems to suck up a lot of power. If I have a fridge, not too bad. And if I have, um, yeah, if I got a fridge, that's power, and a heater, that takes power. And basically, a lot of them things like the fridge and that, it takes a lot of power at the beginning, and yeah, and I got to run fans and lights and different things like that. So, and I'll have to figure out like where's that power. I know I think it's coming from the battery, from the van battery, but the power for the wheelchair, that's another thing. Got to figure that where that power is coming from. Because I mean the power for the lift for the wheelchair. So I think it's hooked up to my battery. Uh, yeah, well, I mean the people that helped me before. I mean I'm just a little bit. I wouldn't I wouldn't think of sort of like asking them again because uh, we go solar on the island. They helped me before. They set me up with Victron. They set me up with everything I needed. Uh, I even bought two batteries there too, AGMs, and they were more. They really changed the game for me. I mean everything. Like they even put in wire and like yeah. I wouldn't want to. I would feel a little bit weird about hitting them up again for it, but I will check into stuff. I will once I get to that part. It's like I got all these ideas, but they're a little bit ahead of where I'm at. A little bit ahead of where I'm at. So like I said, I gotta slow it down in my head and get the van, get it into my name, and get it, get it registered and get it Um, yeah, get it past safety and get it on the road. Now, once it's on, then I don't have to worry about that anymore. That's like turn the page now. That's done. Now we got to worry about, well, not really worry, but now we got to look at the things I need to look at. Oh, I don't know. I like the one icy cool or ice the one that Chrome has. It's smaller than that, but I like the last one I had. I gave it away. Chrome gave it to me, and then I gave it away. So yeah, I like that one. That one was all right. But I think this time I might consider a fridge and a freezer because I'm hearing everybody saying freezer's pretty good. So I'm thinking that way, but I don't know which one. But ice cool or yeah, the one that I had before and the one that Chrome has, he's got a bigger version. I think I'd go with that again. I don't know any other fridges. I mean, I know there's a lot of them out there, but I haven't really looked. I know they got to have a certain um, engine or a certain motor, and that's the one everybody sort of like it comes in different names, but that's the one everybody's going for. Is that certain motor in the fridge? So yeah, that's what I would go for. Uh, Ice Cold. Thank you, Sue. give that lady a give that lady a cigar. She's on the ball. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, I brought that up. The Jackery. I think Jackery would be good for a backup plan, but it wouldn't serve all my needs because, like I said, I just went through. Well, not through, but I tried 1,000 and I tried 1,500, and one night use. They're pretty much. I pretty much went through them in one night. Um, and then you got to worry about how you going to charge that up on the road. Like, I know there's ways to do it, but will it be fast enough? Can I sort of like regain that power before the night starts again? That's the question. And it's a lot of money. I mean, even if I got one for free, and I'm not saying give me one for free, but even if I got one for free, you still got to charge that. Yeah, Iceco is a brand, Broken Nomad. Yeah. Yeah, I like mine too. I didn't have a problem with it either, California Sun. Uh, oh, yeah, Bubbles RC, going to be awesome to see you doing that. Oh yeah, man, I can't wait. I mean, even though I'm not complaining, but even though this weekend with my friend Brent, even though this weekend it was like pros and cons, and that's what I needed. I needed to know, hey, this is good, this is not so good. Uh, I needed to know my limits, and it was safe enough that I got tested a little bit. And yeah, I'm happy on the outcome. I'm happy. It hasn't deterred me from getting back into van life. And everybody I talk to, they say, "Wow, that's amazing," you know, or they were pleased at the fact that I'm still going. And that's the thing, you know. So that's yeah. I'm just happy to do that. I'm just happy. I'm happy. Van life is finally rearing its head, and I can go back to it again because I really do miss it. I really do. Yeah, I didn't think I missed it that much, but I really do, and I really miss being back in the bush. I miss being back in the bush with my friend, like Brent, like because we got a long history together, and we used to do a lot of things together, and that was it. You know, and I'm glad he found this place. You know, uh, yeah, I think at the Broken Nomad, 600 amp hours, I guess will be the reasonable minimum. He may go 800 amp hour, but that will be pricey and needs to drive a ton of charge, say 100 amp hour. rather invest in an alternator and DC to DC charge. Well, part of that, if I understood that, think yeah, I plan on getting a DC to DC charger. Uh, you know, Chrome said, well, yeah, I know Chrome doesn't know everything, but I mean, he that's what he runs. So, uh, Chrome said 400 for what I need. He knows what I need because I've told him, and he knows me what you need. He said 400 amp hours should be good enough, but who knows? Uh, but I didn't have a wheelchair to charge before, so yeah, I'm gonna have to really pay attention to that. So yeah, it's all good though. I think how much does his chair need? Jeff can't figure it all out. For anyone else, tell him how much he needs his air. Okay, yeah, it's just nobody else knows how much he needs. Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I should. I'm gonna have to look on the back and see how much this thing burns. But I know this was the big draw this weekend. My chair sucked all the energy. It really did because I had everything else going. It was like, you know, 15 amp hour or 15 amps or whatever it is. I don't know much about electricity, so but as soon as I plug this beast in, whoop, 337, like zip. I'm like, holy jeez, like yeah. So yeah, it'll come together though. You know, it'll come together. My chair brand is a quickie. Thank. It's an older one, and I don't know. I think they still make them, but yeah, I know there's something in here. If I take it apart or look on the back, um, something in here that says how many stuff, how many amps it takes and stuff. Um, okay. Oh, Robin Jan, how are you? Glad to see you. Okay, man, you're going to need a solar panel that when you're out cruising. Yeah, see, that's somebody said that too. Like, I mean, Chrome mentioned that, So I was worried about the fact that, I'll never be able to get it because I watched a few videos. People are washing their solar panels. I said, I'll never be able to get up there and clean it. So why would I get something like that? But, you know, most people know that even when you clean it, it doesn't really bring in extra, unless it's like full of mud or something. It doesn't really bring any extra power, and if you take it into a car wash, it'll get most of the grime off of it. So yeah, so I'm definitely gonna go solar. I just don't know how much or whatever, but I'm gonna go solar for sure. Let me see. Okay, something's popping up. I don't know why, but here you go. Um, how is the wheelchair lift powered? How do you have the run the engine to use it? No, you don't. Marco asks, how is the wheelchair lift powered? I think it's hooked up to the battery because I followed a red line and it looks like it goes right to the battery. So I think it's powered through there. Do you have to have do you have to run the engine to use it? No, I don't have to run the engine to use it. But somebody suggested that if I get a starter or something, I can have the engine on, so the power that the chair does take or the lift does take will be replenished by the running engine. So I'll have to look into that too. But again, I'm not a electrical wizard, so but I'll have to look into that. Uh, okay, let me see. Kevin, you're right. He needs to make the assessment once he's in the van. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Once I get in the van, I'll have a better idea. But I'll have a better idea, and I will have a smile on my face as I'm cruising in and out of town and in and out of places, and I'll think, yeah, this will be good. That'll be. Oh yeah, yeah. I'll be better. You're right. Jeff, does your van already have a house battery or an extra large battery under the hood to run the lift? I'm not sure about that. I will I will definitely check that out. I know there's a brand new the guy they put in a brand new van battery. I don't have a house battery. There might be one hidden in there. I didn't see it, but I know it will have. because I'm going to get two lithiums. But until then, these are all great questions because I don't know. I mean, I looked at it, but I haven't really. I'm just trying to do paperwork and get all this other tedious stuff done before I even get into the heart of the matter. But once it's mine in my name and I can drive it, it'll be cool. Like then I'll really look into it. I mean, I should be looking into it now, but I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day, and I'm doing the best I can. So, uh, yeah, I got one of those right here, California. Yeah, I got that there. It's great. I love that. No picking. I love it. The lift is probably powered by the main battery. Power draw isn't as much as you think, since it isn't used for very long periods. Okay, there's an answer. That's Thank you very much. Uh, Average cookie electric wheelchair consumes 660 amp hours. Your probably has 100 amp hour max. So yeah, 400 amp hour will charge your chair maybe 3 to 5 times. Remember charging losses. Okay, okay, yeah. Uh, P, I think a remote starter for the van could be good. You can start the van and then use the lift. Yeah, and I think Brant, well, we haven't tracked it down yet, but there's a wire coming out of the hood somewhere near the driver's side, and everybody's assuming, or we thought, anyways, not assuming, we thought that that might be an electric starter, like to start the van, but we haven't found anything to indicate that yet. Okay, be sure to look, Marco. Okay, be sure to look at that with the lift. Of course, you can be using the lift during camping for a couple of days without running the engine once. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Uh. Well. Yeah. Brenda G. This. Yeah. That is so cool that diabetics have so much technology. Love it. Yeah. They got the technology, Brenda, but I still have to pay for needles. Yeah. I wish they'd catch up with the manual stuff. Everything else is covered, but no, I still got to pay for needles to put all the stuff that's covered into my body. Don't get me started. No, it's all good. I'm getting used to that. That's just the way it is. Uh, Next time Chrome is doing a Jackery larger, let's make a deal, and we will try to win one for Jeffy. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure I could get one. It's just that, I mean, even Chrome said he's just not sure. Even that new battery, he says not sure that if that would really be good for me because it can't be a hassle charging them and everything else, and even if it came with solar, that might be a hassle. So I don't know if it would be. There might be better ways of getting my power instead of a Jackery. Jackery's all in one, and that's great. But don't forget, you got to recharge it. And even though it says 2 hours or 2.5 hours, if I heard that correctly, you got to find a source that'll give up power for 2.5 hours. If you have a house, that's easy. But if you don't have a house, I'm not sure if Timmy's or, I mean, I know they got outlets, but if you bring in this big box, I don't know if they'll like that too much. Uh, Donna Flynn joined breathing and change. I have seen your YouTube video from veterans who are living in their van, reaching out to some people who have experienced what you are trying to figure out might be something. Because yeah, I've considered that. Like, I mean, I haven't. I I am looking for different people and stuff but I haven't found any yet. I haven't really been looking like super hard. It hasn't been like a goal, but I am looking. I'm always looking for people that experience like the same thing I experience, or some of the same things like physically and stuff. And I know there's people out there. I mean, I know. I mean, I know there's people out there that can probably sort of like say, "Hey, this is what I do and whatever," and that's cool. I'm not ready to turn that down. I mean, people that have been where I'm going. That's always good. I've been in my van, Gary. I've been in my van almost a year now. I'm still sorting out my design needs. Take all the time you need to get it right. Well, it's like a house, right, Gary? It's like a stick and brick. Yeah, you buy a house, you got the building, and it could be years down the road or whatever. Two bedrooms do you, and then you get a kid or you get something else, and you got to make a three-bedroom or move to a three-bedroom or whatever. I ain't moving now, but that's the thing. It's like you need a roof, you got to do the roof. Like it takes time, and that's my house. That's my house, so it's going to take time. Like I said, the only thing we discussed this amongst coffee this morning, and to great lengths. The only thing good about my house right now, it's all the same color. Thumbs up for that. I know that's sort of like a bad joke, but it was funny as heck when I first said it. Brent laughed too, and it's like, holy jeez. Most important thing to you is all the same color. I said, yes, I don't have to fix up holes and patches and rust and stuff like that. But I do have to figure out that lift, though. And what am I going to do with that 6-inch gap I got? But yeah, other than that, it's all good. Uh, the battery would be under the driver's seat. Okay, well, I'll look at that, Terry. I'll look at that. I did know that. I thought it was. I thought it was the house battery. It would come from the underneath the hood. But yeah, I'll look. I don't think there's anything underneath my seat though, if I remember. John whistling in the background. I did say hello, Robin Jan. I don't want you, Robin Jan. I don't want you to feel like I didn't notice you. I did. Thank you. And sometimes, just so you know, Robin Jan, as I'm going through different places and parks and where I was this weekend, uh, yeah, but as I'm going through that, I remember you guys when you were, I think you were in Banff or Jasper. I don't know where you were, but you were out there somewhere and you were showing me the falls. And I asked you, could I get my wheelchair there? And you said you can. You can see a lot of stuff in the parking lot, and partly you can get your wheelchair down there, and the other part right near the fall you probably can't. I remember that. I keep on thinking, well, yeah, Robin Jan said I could probably do this, so yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, just so you know, you're in my thoughts. Not sure if anyone here is into college football, but the LSU and Florida State is about to start. Oh well, I am into college football, but we don't get it here. But yeah, I used to be into that. I'm not anymore. Yeah, yeah. Remote start. Yeah, Brent says the van is old enough. There would not be much for security to bypass. Remote start should be cheap. Yeah, just these are the things I don't know. That's all. These are the things I don't know, and I'm about to learn. I know a lot more now than I did when I first started, and I'm pretty sure this trip is going to be just as educational. Uh, okay, let me see here. Okay. I have Brenda. I have an EcoFlow Delta along with AGM house batteries in my van and a little jackery for the fans, etc. Yeah, I mean, and well, you hear it all the time. Not everybody needs a friggin' powerhouse or generator or whatever inside your van. You don't. But if you got equipment that needs that stuff, then yeah, you better have all that stuff. But um, yeah, if you don't need it, but I probably need a little bit more than you got there, Brenda. And that's the thing. So yeah, we got to keep an open mind. That's what I got to do. I got to sort of because I don't want to waste money. So I want to. That's why I got to take my time this time. Because I want to when I do jump or I do buy something, that's like my forever buy. I don't want to have to replace it next month. That's the thing, and it's very hard because it's like I need that now, and it's like no, you don't need it now. Step away from the bank. No, you don't need it yet. And then I got to make a educational choice, educated choice. Uh, what's this? Mark Calderbank just had a thought. Why not fit a second alternator to help charge your house batteries and your wheelchair. Well, I is that feasible? I don't know. How would you run two alternators? The only thing I know is my alternator on my old van. It's not a regular alternator. It was like I know alternators are expensive, but it was like a $750 alternator. That's just for the alternator. That's not to put it in, and it's not much to put it in, but they charge you for that. Uh, and that used to be a Shaw van, so it had a lot of electronic gadgets. Had two big batteries in there, had a lot of stuff in there, and they needed the power all the time. And it's probably worked for them. So I don't know. I think I might have to go to a bigger alternator, maybe, but I got to find somebody that's knowledgeable in that because yeah, I don't want to break anything or something. Uh, uh, yeah, there you go. See, well, it's a little bit to the broken nomad. Having a solar generator as a backup is great. I have three of them, but they're not the main power system for the van, and they will never be. So yeah, uh, what? How's it possible for this live to get any better with awesome people like? Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, first I have to show up. No, sorry. Uh, Penny, I need to go see you. Okay, Penny, thank you very much. Input, showing up, everything. I appreciate it. Uh, let me see. I got this delay here, and I start reading your stuff, and all of a sudden it flips up. It's like ah. Ah. Um. Anyways, okay. California Sun, the guys for the answers in from Quebec City, but I live in California for the last years. Yeah, they know, but okay, go to the outfitter. Yeah, well, going to the outfitter is nothing wrong with going to the outfitter, but they're pretty busy and they're pretty popular. And I know I mean, they know their stuff, but yeah. Uh, okay. Program. The fridge only runs with the compressor kicks on, and that isn't used. Draw the CPAP only runs while you're sleeping. So yeah, I'm telling you, the big suck is that wheelchair because the internal fan on that Jackery, as soon as I plug that in, that thing just starts a. It's like, yep, it's you can feel the power come out of that. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, but yeah, it's all good though, and I'm glad everybody. I'm glad everybody's got some ideas and thoughts, and that's very helpful. Uh, it's all good. Anyways, on that note, BC, I'm back. Did you miss me? Well, yes, Donnie, I always miss you. Uh, yeah. Hope things are going well for you, buddy. Yeah, well, we're trying to work on getting everything together and stuff, and I still got to do paperwork, but we're getting closer. It's all good. I know one thing. After this conversation, I should have paid more attention in shop class, especially electrical class. I didn't. 'Cause I didn't think. I thought it was boring. I was wrong. It's only 40, 50 years later, but I was wrong. uh, Jeffy Bear, so what is the first thing you need to do regarding the van? Well, the van itself, there's nothing I need to do right now. I mean, for parts or thing. What I need to do is, well, what I need to do, I already started it, but I need to get the van safetied. I need to get the van into my name. That's in the process. I phoned insurance. I got all the paperwork. I went down there to Ontario, whatever, and yeah, I did everything. But once I get that done, then the van will be in my name and everything else. When I get it safety, I can get plates on it, and that's good. Then it still sits in my driveway until I hear from the guys with the controls. Then I got a Brant's going to help me. Then I'm going to take it, and we're going to take it to Prescott, Ontario, and we're going to bring it in there, and they're going to supposedly they can do it in 1 day. Then they give it to me. Then I have to. Then I'll be able to drive it. Yes, and I'll have insurance. Yes, the the van itself will be in my name. Yes, and then I have to drive to Ottawa and visit the guy that passed me for my license because he still wants to see it one more time to make sure everything's okay. He doesn't have to sign nothing. He doesn't have to do. He just for his own own thoughts. He wants to see it, make sure his job is done, and yeah, it's not going to cost me anything. It's just going to cost me time, but not really time. Thank you very much, Brenda. I appreciate it. It's not really time because it gives me more chance behind the wheel. So yeah, it's a bonus for me. I get to drive further and other places, so it's all good. Uh, yeah, Round Jet. Question. Do you need a special insurance for the retrofit paddles for drive? I don't need a special insurance. You know how it is in Canada. You're a Canadian. You know how it is here, Rob and Jan. They want to cover their behinds. They want to make sure all the T's are crossed, all the dots are, you know, yeah, they want to make sure all that's covered. So nobody's going to come back on them and say, you guys messed up. So don't need anything special. And the insurance, like I found out that my insurance, he said, he said it's going to be anywhere between $90 a month. It's like $900 a year. So 70 some dollars to $90 a month. I cannot ask for anything better because in BC I was paying like upwards to 150 and more. So that's the thing. So yeah. So I don't think well unless it's a surprise. I haven't heard nothing about a special thing or nothing. As long as I got everything put together when it comes to the driving aspect of it and it's plated and it's insured properly, yeah, I don't think there's a hassle with anything. But I have to show all the paperwork so people will know these are done. You know, that's why I can't just throw it in there myself. So that's the thing. But once that gets done, will your insurance include the build? It can be difficult to find someone to insure it correctly. Uh, See, the good thing, the good thing. There's a good thing here. Good thing about this, Rob and Jan, because Rob and Jan just asked, "Will your insurance include the bill?" It can be difficult to find someone to insure it correctly. Uh, my van is already like it, it's like yeah, it's like a white room with stuff in it already for handicap, so it's already built out. I'm going to come in and I'm going to recolor it, not keep it white, and add a few vases here and there and a place to sleep. Shouldn't be a problem. And if I don't have to tell them everything I do, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. That's all. Oh, see you later, Papa. Thank you for showing up. Keep them rabbits coming. Ah, green beans. Las Vegas insurance rates are some of the highest. Oh wow. BC now being disabled, you get way cheaper insurance plus all you your gas tax back. Yeah. Well, that's good to know, Mitch. Thank you for that. Uh, I don't know about here, but I mean, I don't have to worry about sort of like fibbing or saying something not truthful. Like, how often are you going to drive this van? Is it just to work, or is it every day, or is it just holidays? Well, hey, these are my legs. What do you think? I'm going to drive it all the time. So, and they know that. Like, I've been up front with my insurance guy, the broker, and everything else. So he's getting me the best deal, and he knows what I'm doing with my van. He knows I'm going to travel. He knows I mean, this is my forever thing. He doesn't know I'm going to sleep in it 24/7 because I don't even know that yet. But yeah, it's all good though. I hope it's not going to be that expensive. What do you think about driving a van with hand controls? Do you have to practice, or will it be the same as the car you trained in before? Well, the hand control will be pretty much the same type, probably a little newer, because nothing's new. Once you put it in, it's old right away because they got better stuff coming out. But it's going to be the same concept. It's like one hand is push to put the brakes on, pull pull to put the gas. You got a knob on your steering wheel, and you got that helps you turn like this. So because if you were using your feet, you'd be able to turn this way, right? So now this here is everything. This is your everything turning, and this is your gas and brake. And you might have a extra extended bar so you can turn your signal left, right, whatever. Everything else is the same. It's just to tell your head, don't press your left foot or right foot for the brake or the gas. It's just to say, this here is your brake and gas. This here is your steering wheel. That's all it is. And that cost me $2,500. Yeah, that's all it is. But you got to retrain. It's like anything else. You got to retrain the brain. That even rhymes. If he painted black and white stripes, it would make him look thinner. Is that like horizontal or diagonal? I'm not sure about that, Broken Nomad. What do you mean? You calling me fat? Come on now. Okay, Ruby. I might be gone by the time you get back because I got to go eat and stuff. And yeah, I got to get ready to put my stuff in the van so I can sleep there tonight. Uh, yeah, retraining the brain. Tough and hard. You got that right. You moved to the front of the class for that one. Yes. Uh, Broken Nomad. It depends on where you're laying down or sitting up. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's it. I probably if stripes make you look thinner, what would make you look taller? Longer legs? I don't know. One of them mirrors. One of them mirrors. Stand in front, it stretches you. uh, okay. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you all for all your support. Good thoughts. Every thought's a good thought. They might not all make it to the final, but they're all good thoughts because I've been racking my brain about a whole bunch of things. So yeah, they're all good thoughts. I truly appreciate it, and I appreciate all my blue people. I can't say man because they're men and women. So all my blue people, the blue team, yay! Thank you very much. Uh, yeah, I'll let you know, Sue. Don't worry. Well, I shouldn't worry about bears eating me because I'm in the city, so we're good. And thank you guys all, and thank you Insanity, and thank you Kim. Oh, these guys always text me and say, "Oh, how's it going? Are you going on tonight?" Or they didn't do that today, but yeah, they're always in my corner, you know, rooting me on. So is a lot of these other people. I mean, Rambling Rocketeer, and yeah, but yeah, it's just great to know that you know they're all around. Anyways, love yous all. Peace. Aloha. I love you. And mwah, the bear is back. We'll have to start working day after tomorrow. Oh yeah, and the kids are going back to school. Oh, wow, that is great. And it'll all work out. Everything will work out. Okay, peace. Until the next time. Have a good one. Bye bye.